So here's one about association. I think I've said this a couple times, but I'll say it again because it's always worth reiterating. I don't always agree with everything or everybody that I share, retweet, like, follow, and others. That would be on Twitter, social media like Parler, Gab, Minds, Telegram, any of these, Facebook. There is great value in listening to different perspectives, various sources, and culling those from our own worldview. We are far more complex than a single characteristic could ever indicate. So I have come under fire. I've had people say to me like, oh, you follow this person? You liked that tweet? You liked that tweet? How? Why are you retweeting this? Why are you sharing that? Why do you associate with that? Guilt by association, guilt by conversation. Why are you even talking to that person over there? That's outside the range of acceptable to me. That's what they'll say. I'm not speaking for myself. And I say, I don't always agree with everything that I see and like and follow. There may be a couple of sentences in there. 20 or 30% of what they said. Maybe this overarching theme or tone or point may make me a little bit more happy to give them a little kudos, give them a nice merit boost when they say the things that I like. They're spreading a message and messaging in a positive tone, perhaps, that I prefer. I'd like to continue to do that without being told that I can't associate, that I don't have freedom of association, that I'm platforming or promoting views that somebody else might not like, and they're like, well, how can you like this when he said or she said this? And I'll say, well, look, this is the paragraph right here that I liked. And I'm not going to just completely give them zero credit all the time, even if I disagree with about half of it or more. I'm still going to give them kudos where it's due. Like, I can't give half a like, you know? But if I see something that, especially if it's something that challenges my perspective and makes me think, I want to share that. Like, I don't want to cultivate. It's hard not to cultivate an echo chamber because I'm sharing, I'm sharing a lot of pro-Trump material. I'm sharing a lot of things that are like left libertarian or libertarian. And not everybody is going to agree with me on those perspectives, but I'm at least, I'm putting up things that I think, help reinforce positive messages for the world, things that I like to see. Not every word, not every nuance, but enough. There is great value in listening to different perspectives, various sources, and culling from those our own worldview. We are far more complex. We are individuals. We are not the groups we are a part of. We are the individual. And there's no singular characteristic could ever indicate who we are. I was going back and forth with a guy here. It said something about all politics center around identity, so all politics are identity politics. And I said, I talk about identity politics a lot in my videos, my friend. I'm not going to talk about it this time, but no. You can't say, these words are just a construct. Identity politics, we're talking about something specific here. We're talking about the modern religion of social justice, intersectionality, intersectional feminism, cultural Marxism, social Marxism, these collectivist ideologies. That's what we're talking about when we talk about identity politics, putting people into groups, trying to divide them up, put wedges between them, make them fight, make them vote the way you want, make them do the thing you want. Like, that's what we're talking about. We're not talking about the fact that, they appeal to our identity. Like President Trump appeals to the identity of American. So in that sense, okay, it's an identity. But he's trying to get Americans to vote for him. It's like about getting to that next level. Above being woke, you have, woke breaks at a point, and you have to go to like, well, we're all human beings. And if we're in this country and we're working in the context of this country, we're all Americans. It's more productive to think of it in that frame than to go, well, you're a white American, you're a female American, you're this American, you're that American. Those are important distinctions as well. But when you're trying to talk to people, and like you're not just looking at stats and looking at demographic information and looking for specific solutions that may only pertain to one or two demographics. When you're talking in general, you don't want to be constantly bringing it back to group. You want to focus on the individual, the character, the merit and the flaws of who it is. And I said I wouldn't talk about identity politics, but there it is.